Here in snowy St. Paul, Minnesota, at Ordway Center for the Performing Arts, it's opening night for Shen Yun, who will be performing to nearly sold-out audiences over the next 4 days with 6 performances in total. An extra performance was actually added Friday afternoon to meet popular demand.
It's really fun. It's almost, I guess, it's kind of like a dream, almost. It's, reality into a dream, and I don't know, I'm enjoying it a lot.
I loved the choreography. It was very alive. I loved it, enjoyed it so much, and very colorful, very meaningful, and I think every piece of it explained different aspects of tradition.
It's visually dazzling. It's a pretty comprehensive performance in terms of the music and the visual experience.
Absolutely. The feeling that you get from watching these dancers, it's such a warming, wonderful feeling that you get. It makes me smile. I feel excited. I don't want to look away.
神韵中西合璧的交响乐团令观众赞叹不已。
I think it blends it quite well, and it's appealing to the Western ear. A blending of the two cultures, and I can certainly appreciate that.
I enjoyed the piece. It was very peaceful. The music was so peaceful.
Just that this is a spectacular experience, and I'm so glad that it's being shared with our country.
神韵生动诠释中华文化的传统价值，观众感到深受启迪。
Different aspects of just China, and I think that was the best way Shenyang could represent her country. I like that. We get to be nicer people, closer together, and bring more peace all together.
新唐人记者 Jeremy Sandberg 宋生化，明州圣保罗市报道。
It was fabulous. It was mind-blowing, mesmerizing. Yeah, it was so beautiful in the short stories, and just the way they put it all together, and the costumes with the backdrop, and how realistic they took it from the projection into reality. It's just amazing work.
影视演员约瑟夫·福森特非常敬佩神韵艺术家们的卓越才华。他表示，看演出时，整个人都被吸引到演出中，随神韵进行了一场神奇之旅。
They were highly trained to see what Chinese dance is about, and the tradition and the history of China. It's a magnificent project, and there's so much I want to ask about behind the scenes. I just feel serene and at peace, and it's the final story is awesome, and it's just after a while you become so entranced with the dancers and the costumes as the experience goes along. It's just like I'm along for the ride.
福森特也非常赞赏神韵展现中华文化中的神性内涵。
Power greater than ourselves, that message, faith, believing, doing something good, spiritual message. Awesome stuff, and transformation, a lot of transformation in the show. So beautiful stuff.
神韵承载复兴中华神传文化的使命，福森特认为这是作为艺术家的神圣使命。他也非常敬佩神韵艺术家们不为中共强权，在世界传播中华文化。
I support it. I think that's important. I think culture and arts need to be preserved and passed on to other generations, and that's part of being an artist is willing to go to any length to express oneself, and no matter what the constrictions are.
新唐人记者 Jeremy Sandberg 宋申化，明州圣保罗市报道。
Fantastic. It was hard to explain. It was a blend of stage and digital, how they merged into the background. Kind of makes you speechless almost. They took the ancient, they took the traditional, the classical, even molded it into cell phones. I was blown away. I had no idea what to expect when I came, but I was blown away.
欣赏神韵全善全美的艺术表现之外，观众也称颂神韵复兴传统文化的宗旨。
I think it's great. I think it's quite an undertaking to try to revitalize and bring to the surface again, this ancient kind of narrative that people used to live by thousands of years ago. That's quite a mission, and I think it's really cool they do this in other parts of the country and in the world. It's quite an undertaking.
Enjoy life, enjoy art. There's many things that come, many things that distract you, bright, shiny objects, but we always revert back to the basics, to the traditional, to our roots.
观众还表示，从神韵演出中获得深刻的精神启迪。
The thing that resonated with me most as we're progressing through the whole production, different things resonated, but when I'm walking away now, the thing is get rid of the material world. Material world isn't that important at the last moment.
仙台人记者 Jeremy Sandberg 宋生化，明州圣保罗市报道。
You know, the dance was just amazing, just to see a lot of the different cultural representations, but very, very positive. And the music was really neat to hear more of a kind of an Eastern and Western blend. I don't know, just because it's at peace a lot. I mean, a lot of the stories I think are just more of a relaxing, kind of just a peaceful, resiliency. I mean, talking about a lot of the messaging as the narrators are discussing, how a lot of the stories can't be displayed in China, but it's really the resiliency of that and the perseverance. Just is a relaxing mood.
观众赞赏神韵承载复兴中华5000年神传文化的使命。
I think it's a really good mission. There's a lot of Chinese culture that's been lost over the centuries and the years, and a lot of it hasn't made it out into the Western areas for us to observe. So I really like that they're trying to bring more of the culture back and keep it intact and share it with the rest of the world.
神韵演出展现了中华文化的传统价值观和神性内涵，观众感悟良多。
The common themes that I pick up are just kind of that everybody needs to be more working together in society and working to keep the culture and everybody so that everything flows more in tune and more in sync with kind of the nature and the spirituality. So there's more of a connection between all different parts of society.
That's actually neat because that actually shows, no matter what you do, there's someone else there that's going to be looking out for you and just helping to make sure things are going to work out.
仙台人记者 Jeremy Sandberg 宋生化，明州圣保罗市报道。
美国神韵环球艺术团2月16号在明州圣保罗市的2场演出持续爆满。有中西部商业枢纽之称的圣保罗市，很多商界精英慕名前来观赏，其中不乏有神韵的忠实粉丝，年年必看，已成传统。
It was phenomenal. This is my 5th year seeing Shenyun. I wouldn't miss it. It's an annual tradition. It's exquisite. I've seen it 3 times in California and 2 times here. It's the feeling of the whole storyline. It's the spiritual piece to it. It's the costuming. It's the incredible training and the dancing that they have and the unison. So it's all of that, I think, put together. Just creates a one-of-a-kind, beautiful show.
The dance and the movement and the different things that go with it and the music and the combining of it and then the theatrics, of course, that makes it very pleasing and keeps you engaged, absolutely.
I thought it was pretty spectacular. Yeah, there was a lot of to go through the entire history of China in a very short period of time was pretty impressive. I just think the precision of everything. I mean, just the fact that they were all in sync all the time and super expressive without saying anything, telling a story was really fun to watch.
观众非常感佩神韵复兴中华文化的使命，从演出展现的神性内涵中感悟良多。
I think it's extremely important. There's a lot of history there that we can all learn from, not just China, but I think the rest of the world. So I think it's something they should continue to invest in.
I think the message is don't forget who you are and embrace that and encourage that and be who you are.
Regardless of where you're at and what you're from and what you do, that there's always that higher being in the background somewhere, and that people interact with and throughout their lives.
新唐人记者詹瑞米宋生化，明州圣保罗市报道。
美国神韵环球艺术团2月17号下午在美国明州圣保罗市的第6场演出再次爆满，门票提前售罄，观众为神韵的音乐与舞蹈所倾倒。
Shenyun has finished its 4 days at Ordway Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Here's what audience members had to say about their experience.
You know, the music, I was telling my wife when we walked down, I got caught up in the music and the colors and the dance and the whole Chinese history around the dance. I had no perspective coming in, and I was overwhelmed by it.
The music is fabulous. It's hard to put my finger on it. It's just it's moving. It's uplifting, and it's enjoyable. Yeah, the orchestra is excellent. I have great seats. I'm right down front, so it's worked well for me.
神韵展现中华文化的深刻神性内涵，引起观众共鸣。
The cultures are different or not, there's this longing desire to have this relationship with God. Now, I see the connection, and that's what resonated with me today. So, doesn't matter which culture you're from, I see that over and over again. People want that.
Especially at the end, right, when the creator was portrayed, it kind of brought the whole story together for me, and kind of brought a different light in the culture.
观众还表示，神韵复兴几近毁坏殆尽的中华传统文化意义重大。
Yeah, I really like the idea of reviving any kind of historical connections, or any connections with the past, because it shows the sameness between people from the past and the people from today. Throughout history, people want this connection, and so for this troupe to be able to pull that together and present it to the people of the world, I think is great. Come to this play or to the show. It's this dancing is amazing, and you will not regret spending a penny or $1 or how much ever it costs you to get here.
I would just say that if you have a chance to go, I would certainly go. I look forward to coming back next year.
新唐人记者 Jeremy Sandberg 宋生化，明州圣保罗市报道。